Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's reading is all about their true intentions and what they are really thinking about you. We are going to look at their intentions, their thoughts, the energy between you, and of course, the advice for you going forward. Here are your pilots. Number 1, Netcaster, preparations come to fruition, and PYRITE. Number 2, Benefactor, grace and generosity, CITRINE. Number 3, the crossing, initiation, and chrysanthemum stone. Take your time, focus on the one you feel most drawn to. Of course, you can pick more than one if you feel called. And I'll see you at your reading. If you have chosen the PYRITE and Netcaster preparations come to fruition, this is going to be your reading. So let's see. Our first question, their true intentions. What are their true intentions towards you and towards this connection? 7 of Swords, the Devil, Ace of Swords, 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, Mice, Bouquet, Scythe. Our second question is, what are they really thinking about you? Lilies, Anchor, House, Mice again, Snake. Okay, that's interesting. Let's use some of these to clarify further. I want to focus a bit on these energies because the energy is not bad, but there is for sure something blocking the overall narrative. So let's see what this thing is. Unemployed, bad credit debt, shady, not happy. Okay, not happy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see some more. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Memories. Clinging. Broken. I feel shattered about this situation. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. Sabotage. Okay. Pretending, mask, exaggeration. One day. Twin flames. Okay. And now let's add some advice. Cleanse. movement, space. Now you have chosen netcaster, preparation comes to fruition, and pyrite. Now, pyrite here is all about confidence, value, and knowing your worth. This is telling me right away that what is happening in this connection isn't random. The groundwork, the moments, the conversations, the emotions, it's all building towards something that is starting to show results. But this is not straightforward. So, what are their true intentions? Right away, I see someone whose intentions are very mixed. We get from the Seven of Swords to the Ace of Swords. The Seven of Swords and the Devil are showing very clearly that this isn't pure transparency. They are drawn to you in a very important, in a big way. The Ace of Wands is clear attraction. But there is a sense they want to hold something back, that they want to keep something kind of hidden, or maybe they don't want to talk about it that much. There is avoidance, but this avoidance is kind of selective. There are things that they don't really want to talk about here. The Ace of Swords tells me that they do want to speak truth, but the Seven of Cups says they are still figuring out what that truth is for them. We have lots of fantasy, possibilities, and maybe even illusions that they are actually wrestling with. The Lenormand, we have mice, bouquet, and scythe, says very clearly that they want connection and closeness, but they're also scared of losing control, or maybe, I don't know, losing face, or maybe that some form of hidden truth might come forward. The mice shows nervousness, the bouquet shows they genuinely enjoy the whole thing with you, and your energy feels really good. The scythe is telling me that they might move towards you in sudden bursts and then retreat again. So there is this sense of inconsistency, like I'm giving you the bouquet and then I disappear kind of thing. It is an in and out kind of rhythm because they are still managing their own fears and limitations. So their intentions, they want to move closer. They want to act on attraction and connection, but they are doing it in a way that protects themselves first. So they are the priority, definitely. Second question. Let's see what they are really thinking about you here. Um, you know, with the Lenormand cards, we see somebody who actually brings a sense of calm in the connection. This is how they are thinking of you. You're bringing sense of calm, stability, maturity. And, you have Lily's anchor house. It's long term, it's grounded, it's safe. You make them feel very safe. But mice and snake are changing completely the vibe. It feels like there is something here that makes them nervous, something that could sting if they get it wrong. Now we have our, keywords here. Actually, we have, for a moment, we have shady, not happy, unemployed. This shows that somehow they feel slightly like they are kind of left outside. If they really show you who they really are, they might have issues with all of this. That, this shady, this not happy, I don't want to show you my real face. I don't want to show you who I really am because you might not like it. Of course, this is their assumption. Okay, what if I really take that mask off? I stop pretending, okay? And all of a sudden you realize that I'm not really the person that you thought I am. What am I going to do if I lose you? There is this fear. So, you know, there is this concern. They feel for sure that they are not enough. Now, if they are hiding something, if they are hiding a third party or something like that, this depends on your personal situation. I don't necessarily have cards that are showing clearly, this is a third party. But the Seven of Swords shows a certain level of secrecy. This secrecy could make reference to a third party situation, but at the same time, it could make reference to lack of clarity, to a certain forms of addiction, to lack of self-worth. So somehow I have to hide because I don't feel good enough. There are many issues with all of this, okay? Now, you know, we have these cards now that will clarify the overall thing. And, you know, return, memories, and clinging. These cards are showing emotional weight, not just them, but these ones in particular. There is a special weight about how they are emotionally connecting to you. They think about the history with you, they replay memories, and there is a part of them that still feels tied to you, even if things haven't been perfect. We have clinging and broken. Together, these cards are showing that they know there have been moments where the connection felt strained, felt damaged. But then we have cards like One Day, Twin Flames, and right there you can still see the potential for a deep, important bond. They might even feel this is not just another connection, it's one of those rare ones that you cannot just walk away from. Of course, the sabotage, bluff, unappreciated describes exactly what I was talking to you about. That if I take the mask off, if I stop pretending, if I show you really who I am, or if I reveal to you that thing that is hidden between the Seven of Swords, you might not like it. You might not like how fragile I am, how confused I am. The sabotage card shows that they have awareness over this behavior, that they feel that somehow they have to perform like they are somebody else and not who they really are. Now, the question is, why is this so complicated? We see in the beginning some really good cards, and some really positive energies. And the moment we touch these positive energies, especially this one is absolutely fantastic. And all of a sudden we see this person feeling stressed, feeling confused. Why? We have cards like the devil in intentions and snake when it comes to their thoughts. So there is an awareness, they are aware that this connection triggers them in a certain way. This trigger is both good and challenging. It's desire, temptation, but it's also the fear of making a mistake. They think about what it would mean to truly ground themselves, and understand that potentially they could have a certain stability with you, but then they start overthinking and pulling back. So you have somebody doing a lot of hot and cold type of behavior. This is what they are thinking. Now, let's see your advice for a moment. We have over here space, clearance, and movement. Now, this advice is very clear. This thing gives somehow is the space to breathe. Space means you don't need to fill every gap or chase every answer right now. Movement means that you need to keep your own life going, keep energy flowing around you. Okay, don't abandon everything and wait for this person. Cleanse is about release. You need to release any emotional clutter, any old frustration that you have been holding because of this. And then we have pyrite. I want to return for a moment to this pyrite because this is a card that shows very, very clearly that you are valuable, that you are magnetic. When you're in your own confident energy, it's more likely that they will get pulled back towards you. So the net caster actually is you. The groundwork has been led here. This isn't the end of this connection, but the best way to move this thing forward is to let them miss you, to fill the gap, rather than trying to close the gap yourself. Be very careful over this. So movement doesn't mean I have to move towards this person. I have to take initiative. You actually need to keep going with your life. You're not supposed to encourage this person and kind of, congratulate them, reward them for the type of behavior that they are delivering to you. So even though there is heaviness in how they think, in certain aspects of their thoughts, and they are very afraid in how they are supposed to act, I don't see this story as closing down. The one day twin flame cards, along with the bouquet, the Ace of Wands, are telling me that they still see you as somebody who is worth trying to pursue. The shift will come when they feel that it's safe to move without risking too much of themselves. So it is a characteristic of this person to prioritize themselves. Is it a bad thing? No, not necessarily, as long as this thing is not happening through the Seven of Swords, through hidden truth, lies, and so on. So for now, hold your ground. Don't stand and wait for this person to come forward. Let them come towards you. This is what I see. So let me know what you think. If you liked it, of course, you can like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye. If you have chosen CITRINE and Benefactor Grace and Generosity card, this will be your reading. So let's see. What are their true intentions towards you? Nine of Swords, Four of Cups, Princess of Discs, Knight of Swords. The Knight is the king. Okay, just telling you. In this deck, Fortune, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Discs. Heart, Storks, Whip. Now, our second question is, what are they really thinking about you? Rider, Mountain, Bouquet, Fox, Fish. Let's clarify. Karma, consequences, cause and effect, debts, apology, forgiveness, return, sorry, soulmates, deep love, unity, and connection. Nice, interesting. Now, what do we want? We want clarifying oracles in this case. Let's see. Responsibilities. I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. Sorry, there. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. Damage. We are both hurting from this. Rejected. Wish. Sweet talk. Right path. Love is a beautiful journey and you are on the right path. Proposal, an offer or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. Butterfly, you will meet a new love interest at a party or a night out. You chose benefactor, grace and generosity, and CITRINE. Now, this combination is about warmth, giving energy, about optimism. In this connection, there's a tone you naturally bring in. It's also what they notice most about you, your openness, your ability to make people feel seen and valued. But we also need to talk about where that warmth meets their reality, because it's not all smooth energy right now. Now, the first question is about intentions. So let's see. We have this set of cards over here. This is someone whose intentions are shaped by both interest and anxiety. The Nine of Swords says they think about you a lot and not just in a casual way. There's a bit of worry or overthinking about how to approach this. The Four of Cups shows they have been in an emotional rut in some area of their life. And you're like the unexpected presence. And that presence makes them pause. The Page of Coins here is about curiosity. They want to learn more. They want to explore. But the King of Swords tells me that they are trying to stay logical, to keep emotions under control. This isn't because they are not drawn to you, but it's because they feel the need to think before they act. Now, the Wheel of Fortune shows that they feel this meeting, this connection wasn't random. There is a sense of timing here. The Queen of Discs is how they see you, grounded, attractive, in a very natural way. Someone who has stability, who has self-respect. And of course, we have this wonderful Lenormand, heart, whip, and storks. The heart is about emotional interest. The whip is the repeated thought or even some frustration, some desire, some need to somehow get closer to you. And then stork is about wanting a change, an upgrade in the dynamic. So their intention, they want to move closer to you. They do want to explore this, but they are trying to time it in a way that feels safe and in control. Now, let's get to our second question. And what are they really thinking about you? We have our Lenormand first, of course, rider, mountain, bouquet, fox, fish. With the rider and the bouquet, we see that they want to see you again. They want to get closer to you. It's actually the idea that, somehow I need to see you, but there is an obstacle right there. There's a block. It could be something about the circumstances that you guys are in, distance, or maybe another commitment for some of you. Something is on the way. Now, folks is telling me that they are being very careful in how they approach you. They are strategic. Fish can be about emotions, but here it's also, it kind of feels like they are aware of the value, in this connection, and maybe even see you as somebody who's out of their league in some way. Then we have soulmates, very important. You can see very clearly that they are recognizing a deep emotional and metaphysical, spiritual character in the connection. Apology. They want to apologize. They have something that they feel like they should be apologizing. Maybe something that they haven't handled so well. They haven't done a great work. They haven't tried to do the right thing, let's say. So somehow they mishandled the connection and now they want to apologize. It is very interesting to see that this person wants to somehow approach you, reach out, do the right thing, connect to you as fast as they can. They see your value, they have feelings, but there is also such a clear level of frustration in all of this. Okay, we have the rider, and we also have the heart, and we also have a king of swords right here, who in this deck, in the Thoth deck, seeing this Knight of Swords vibe is a bit more dynamic than the usual king. So, and then we have the whip, and the whip is about thinking about you, almost in a karmic way, like, oh my God, I just cannot take you out of my mind, and sometimes this is all so frustrating. And then there is a blockage. And for some of you, this blockage is something that maybe they don't want to talk about. And if I go over here and see the wheel of fortune, I understand that it's like the cards are telling you that there are circumstances that you do not know at the moment. You want to approach each other. We have your person's energy, we have your energy, but you are connected by the wheel of fortune. So for the time being, this person knows very well that the dynamic of the situation is set and dictated by external circumstances, not by what you want or what they want. And maybe this is the source of their stress. They want to explore, they want to understand, but this understanding is not enough. Okay, so this is why you see the whip. Now we understand the whip better. Now we understand the karmic energy of this connection. The karmic energy can be about this, that we have to close cycles, certain cycles, and be together, but it can also be about the external circumstances, that what is happening right now, controlling the connection, is connected to this karmic vibe. Now, so somehow they want to apologize. For some of you, this is coming forward as guilt, because for some of you, maybe they don't have anything to apologize for, but they already begin with that energy of guilt driven by karmic baggage. The sense of your connection, most likely soulmate vibes. So we have somehow to elevate this dynamic, to close karmic cycles, to improve and get to the soulmate's energy. Now, we have oracles that are actually clarifying the whole emotional picture here. We have, for example, damage for a moment. there is something that is not really good at the moment, and they know it, and we go back to the narrative of the external circumstances. So this damage card adds a more practical layer to what is really happening over here, okay? Then we have responsibilities together with karma. It feels like they are pulled by life duties or existing ties, but they are still recognizing this as a fated, meaningful connection. You are what they are wishing for, maybe. It doesn't have to be so idealized, so perfect, but for sure, you represent something very, very, very important. The chemistry. On a physical level, there is something going on there, but not just that. On a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, this connection feels very, very intense. Now, these responsibilities and the King of Swords are showing very clearly that right now this person is in this mood like think now and act later, move later. This is more of a how can I get there without creating, let's say, a difficult situation? What is the right path for me to take? What is the right strategy that will get me where I want with you, but without damaging? If they can, they will try to avoid consequences. Okay. So they will try to keep going basically with a karmic cycle. Why? Because they are very slow when they are moving towards something. I want to be positive about this. I want to be close to you. I want to rebuild. I want to apologize. I want to make an offer or propose something in the near future that is going to surprise you and take this connection to the next level. But at the same time, even though I want to rush into this dynamic, I want to be very, very cautious and very careful. So you see the contradiction. They want to experience the soulmate energy, but they're still stuck in the karmic vibe energy. So they're worried. They're very worried of what if they take an action. They will not handle the rejection if things do not go as they want to. But at the same time, if they are not rejected and you're called somehow to move forward with this connection, they don't know what the consequences are going to be. So they don't know what to choose here. I think the emotional undertone of the whole thing, especially with that CITRINE and BENEFACTOR, is somehow asking you to stay in your warm, generous energy. You don't have to overgive, but you somehow are asked to keep that lightness that drew them in. So the cards are asking you not to overreact, but at the same time maintain your grace. Don't be overly generous, but be friendly. Carry light energy because this is what will draw them in eventually. This person is very intrigued. They are attracted to you and they are very cautious at the same time. Maybe they are dealing with things in their personal life that are kind of slowing the pace, but you are in their thoughts as somebody that they would like to, I don't know, explore a future with somehow. So this is why the best solution for you is to keep the energy light and positive. Now, I forgot to pull, of course, advice cards, so let's see this thing right now. Rejection, okay. Caution. Fear. These are the cards that are summing up the reason why this connection is stuck. But how are these are supposed to be interpreted in terms of your approach? The cards are asking you not to go to extreme measures like reject them or completely detach or something like that. The cards are asking you to avoid some sort of yes or no approach, but at the same time, they're suggesting you to kind of tread carefully over here. Scan for signs, see if it's safe, be grounded enough to see if there are, red flags. And remember also that all of this behavior is rooted in fear. It's not about indifference when it comes to your person. It's hesitation rooted in vulnerability. So, be open, but don't chase. Stay consistent when it comes to warm energy. Avoid mixed signals. But also avoid high pressure or emotionally loaded moments, which means that if you don't want to do something, you just don't do it. And mirror their pace. Too fast will trigger fear, but too slow will let the connection cool. In short, the cards are suggesting you that this is a slow trust build, not a push now energy. You're essentially making them feel that any move towards you will be met with safety, not judgment, but the final choice is supposed to be yours. It doesn't have to be a direct, brutal no or an overwhelming yes. But you need to find your pace in all of this. And I think this is your lesson. So if you want to do this, don't do it for them. Do it for you. Learn how you can exist in sort of a give and take of energy without you losing your mind and giving everything and hoping for everything. What if, what if I keep my options open? And if I give something to this person and see how this thing is going to work? This is the approach here. So let me know what you think. If you liked it, of course, you can like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye. If you have chosen the Crossing Initiation card and the Chrysanthemum stone, this will be your reading. So let's see. What are their true intentions towards you? Five of Wands. The Devil. The Priestess. Prince of Wands. Ace of Swords. Knight of Wands. Bear. Moon. The prince is the knight and the knight is the king. Okay, we're dealing with Thoth Tarot here. And, oops, we have another one that fell. Tree and ring. Okay. Now, let's get to our second question. Our second question is what they're really thinking about you. Key, birds, tree, crossroads, woman. Let's clarify for a moment with this. What are they really thinking about you? Depth, awareness, importance, and value. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear head space. Now, let's pull a few clarifiers here for the overall situation. Let's see. Oops, no. Values. We have too many differences. Reunion. We will always come back to each other. Time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. Individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. Doorway. An opportunity is about to present itself that leads you to a new person. Trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Oops. Sweet talk. Romance. Cope. And that's it. Nice. Okay, now let's see some advice. Caution. Magic. Balance. The crossing is about initiation. Absolutely. Stepping from one stage into another, often with a test or with a decision in between. Chrysanthemum is about maturity, patience, and unfolding beauty over time. Together, these are saying that this person is at a point where something could deepen, but it's not going to happen without awareness and choice. It's a moment where they decide how much they are willing to step into this situation with you. Let's see their true intentions. You got the Five of Wands right there, the Devil, High Priestess, Prince of Wands, the Knight, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands, the King. Now, this person's intentions are layered, as you can see. With the Five of Wands, we see that there is a push-pull inside them. There's attraction and interest. But there is also a sense of tension, a sense of challenge about how to proceed. The Devil here says the pull towards you is strong, even magnetic, but it's tied to a complication, possibly something in their personal life or a fear of losing control. The High Priestess is telling me that they are holding back some of what they feel, keeping their deeper intentions close to their chest kind of situation. The Prince of Wands and the Knight of Wands are all about forward motion, attraction, charm, wanting to pursue. The Ace of Swords in the middle says that they want clarity. They are looking for a way to approach that feels clean, that feels decisive. Then we have Bear, Tree, the ring fell off a bit, and the Moon. Okay, so this is like it suggests that they see you as somebody who is strong, who is significant with the Bear. And there is this connection that has emotional depth with the Moon. And there is also long-term potential, tree and ring. So even if they act light or casual, their intentions include the possibility of something lasting. But this will happen only if the path to this feels right. Now, the second question is about their thoughts. What are they thinking about you? We have key, birds, tree, crossroads, woman. Now, key and birds are saying that they see conversations with you as something very important. There is something about your interactions that feels like it opens kind of towards new, something completely new, something completely unknown. It opens doors, actually. The tree is here repeating itself. So they are not thinking of you as a passing figure. They see roots, they see depth and potential growth. With the crossroads, we see that they are kind of in the middle of a choice. They're kind of weighing their options, thinking about which path to take with you. And of course, a woman shows very clearly that you are the focal point in these thoughts, in this situation. We have then return, reunion, and time. And of course, they are thinking about the possibility of reconnecting or keeping you in their world long term, even if this thing potentially could take a while. But, then we see this perspective, and we also see the cope card. Something about meeting you is kind of making them go through difficult energies. They are trying to understand what they really want from all of this. They are trying to see, they are trying to reevaluate almost everything. Meeting you has shifted how they see certain things. But also they know that something in their current life would have to change for this thing to fully develop. Values and individuality are showing that they are aware you're not somebody to be molded, to be controlled. They respect your independence. And in fact, they see very clearly that on an individual level, you would do everything to maintain your individuality. So they like that. They enjoy that type of energy. But doorway, trust, sweet talk, and romance are showing that they think about both the romantic potential and the practical how of getting closer. There is attraction, but there is also strategic thinking. And this strategic thinking is connecting to the idea of time. Is this really the time that I should be moving forward, what I should do? So, why is this thing complicated? Why are they making such a big problem out of this? While we see them having feelings, we see them wanting to connect and find their way in all of this. You know, it's very important to understand that, for example, the devil, the high priestess, are showing that there is desire, but there is also secrecy. They are so drawn to you, but they are also managing this connection very quietly because of other responsibilities or even personal reservations. The crossroads and the tree, they see you as somebody who is significant. They want to somehow they see a path with you, but it's not just impulsive, but it's also very difficult for them to really choose at the moment. So what are you supposed to do in all of this, guys? We have these cards over here. We have balance. Let's see what we have. Magic and caution. And of course, you can see that with the balance, it's very important to keep your emotional center. We have seen how much confusion there is in this narrative. So don't lean too far in this situation, but also somehow don't shut down. Can you do that? I mean, don't go on and block them or something. Of course, if they have done something and you just don't want to talk to them anymore, of course, if you want to block them, you can block them, but only because they haven't fulfilled your expectations. Blocking them for that it's just not good for you, because what you should be doing, you can withdraw if you want to, but blocking someone is already a reaction. I'm blocking you because I'm reacting to what you're supposed to be doing or not doing in this narrative. So caution is your reminder that while there is attraction, there is possibility. You need to let their actions show you whether they can match your values and consistency. Magic says that there is genuine potential in chemistry. Keep enjoying the spark, but without over-defining this too soon. To make it simple, guys, don't jump into the situation, because this thing for the time being is just not flowing. This person sees you as a great potential. We have some very contradicting energy, like the wands, king and knight at the same time. Pursuing what? Pursuing you. No, guys, pursuing clarity. Pursuing clarity, pursuing reasoning. So this is a person who is deeply action-oriented. If they want to reach out, if they want to change the dynamic, they will do it. So this is somebody who is interested, and they see you as more than a passing connection. But the challenge is that they are in a decision-making space. Part of them wants to move forward, but part of them knows it will be crossing into a deeper level of involvement, and that could affect their life. So what are you supposed to do? Keep your own balance. Let the connection breathe. Let this person breathe. Take a breath yourself and watch for consistency. That's it. That's the only thing that you are supposed to be looking for here. Because honestly, this is the thing that they are missing. This isn't about forcing that door open, unlocking doors, opening possibilities. It's about letting them choose to walk through it. And right now, the cards say that they are looking at the doorway and picturing what could be on the other side, but they are not ready to go through that initiation. This is what I see. So let me know what you think. If you liked it, you can like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.